Hello everyone, welcome to this week's edition of Telegraph Herald More Than the Score. I am your host, Steve Ortman. Alongside me this week, an actual adult human being, Tim O'Neill. In theory, he's an adult. Tim O'Neill. Tim, how are you?
Good. How are you?
Good, I'm doing well. And you know, Tim, it is indeed wrestling season, and I cannot wait to hear what you have to say about, there's nothing better than two strong, tough guys going out there and having at it and grappling in a good old wrestling match.
Not this weekend, Steve.
Well, so then what are you going to talk about?
Girls wrestling.
What? Girls wrestling, you say?
Girls wrestling. Girls State Wrestling Tournament.
I'm intrigued. Please tell us about this Girls State Wrestling.
Well, Steve, girls wrestling is actually one of the fastest growing sports in the country. It's the second year that the Iowa Wrestling Coaches and Officials Association has held a Girls State Tournament. Last year, there were 87 girls registered. This year, it exploded. More than 350 girls,
Wow.
including a large contingent from the area. Western Dubuque and Dubuque Senior had 4 each. Clayton Ridge had a girl there. Dubuque Wahlert had 16 girls competing at this tournament. It was a lot of fun. You know how much I like covering wrestling. I love the state wrestling tournament. This was every bit as much fun out there at Waverly Shell Rock this weekend.
Yeah, unbelievable. And can I just say, the numbers there, from last year to see it grow, that is just awesome. Kudos to all these ladies getting out there and showing how tough they are, because wrestling is not an easy sport, obviously.
Definitely not. It's a grind. It's tough. It's tough. What else can I say? It's tough.
That pretty much wraps it up. So let's get right to it here. Dubuque Wahlert crowns a state champion. What an unbelievable weekend.
Not only state champions, Steve, they also brought home a team trophy, 3rd place in the state. Of those 16 girls, 11 scored points. I think 6 scored multiple wins, which at the Boys State Wrestling Tournament, you get 2 wins, that's a medal. Unfortunately here, it took quite a few more wins than that just because of the sheer numbers involved. But Dubuque Wahlert did have 2 girls get on the medal stand. Alana Dugan placed 5th at 138 pounds. You mentioned the state champion, Alana Schmidt. Boy, she was absolutely dominant in 5 matches in Waverly. She pinned her way to the title, including 3 of her 5 wins came in the first period. Her other 2 came very early in the second period. Just spectacularly dominant. And boy, 8-0 season, her only year wrestling. I don't really know what more I can say. She didn't even want to wrestle at the beginning of the year. She wanted to be a team manager, decided to get a workout in with the team. She liked it so much, she stuck with it. I caught up with her after she pinned North Fayette Valley's Val Bolin in the championship match. Here's what she had to say.
Congratulations, Elena Schmidt, the first Wahlert wrestler to win a state championship at the IWCOA Girls State Championship. Just what does that mean to you, first of all, to be the first one in the program to do something like this?
I mean, it's super cool knowing that I can hopefully inspire girls to do the same as us. Just that it's our first year with women's wrestling, and hopefully it can continue on longer, and me not being the only one on the wall, girls state champion. I mean, Lainey Dugan has huge potential for it next year, and other girls can strive for that too, and hopefully that our team will keep getting bigger and bigger, knowing that this is our first year and that we can achieve things. And because we can achieve things, I have to thank my coaches and my teammates for that.
As you guys are getting ready for this, I know you got the list of the state qualifiers, state champions, state place winners, all of that on the wall. I mean, when you're getting ready for this, did you think that there was a chance your name was going to end up on that wall?
I mean, going in, I was ranked 7th. And I didn't really expect to make it this far. I meant to just go in here and have some fun with my teammates and my coaches and just get a first-hand experience on it. But knowing that hard work can keep getting out and the support they gave me really drove me to where I am today, and I'm really grateful for them.
You pinned your way to the title.
Yes.
I mean, do you feel like you opened some eyes about what you were able to do on the mat?
I definitely knew what I was good at and what I was best at. And so I took that into advance, and my coaches really helped me through that, knowing that I'm not good when it comes to just sitting down or like pushing my way through. I have to take them down from their feet and use that strategy to pin them, and that was my goal, and to get it over with as fast as possible to move on to the next, and that's what I was able to do.
Well, like you mentioned, just an incredible run, an awesome season for her, but she wasn't the only one that was doing some things down there at state.
Yeah, I mentioned Dugan placing 5th at 138. Western Dubuque's Maya Lindauer placed fourth at 145 pounds and did a really fantastic job. She reached the quarterfinals, suffered a tough loss there, and then bounced back with some incredible pins after that to make her way to the medal stand. She got to the consolation final. Unfortunately, fell short in that one to finish fourth. But some of the other girls who competed there, Kess Whalen from Dubuque Senior did a fantastic job. A few other girls from Senior wrestled well. Wahlert, of course, had some girls who wrestled fantastic. Michaela Bloom from Clayton Ridge was there. Just a fantastic event, and you hope that it keeps moving forward. Even more things keep popping in my mind as I keep rambling on to you about some of the interesting things about the girls' tournament. And the way they do it is you can have multiple girls from the same school in the same bracket. And as it worked out, unfortunately for Wahlert, in one of the consolation matches, there were two Wahlert girls going against each other. One had to eliminate the other. And it could have worked out for Western Dubuque in the 145-pound bracket. Keisha Walker and Maya Lindauer could have met in the blood round, meaning the winner gets a medal and the loser goes home empty-handed. That matchup didn't quite work out, but just some different fun things that could have happened. And at the end of the tournament, Wallert's tournament its team tournament came down to one match at the heavyweight division. Wahlert wasn't even involved. It was a match between a girl from Colfax Mingo and a girl from, I believe it was Osage. And if the Osage girl won, Wahlert did not get a team title. And as the girl from Colfax Mingo got a pin, the Wahlert girls went crazy on the mat. They started celebrating. They mobbed the Colfax Mingo girl, and she was like, "What is going on?" And they posed for pictures with her after telling her what had happened and all of that. It was a really neat moment, something that doesn't really normally happen at the traditional state tournaments. So it's a really different twist on an old sport, and it's something fun to see, and I just hope it continues to grow, and it gets fully sanctioned by one of the state associations, and we see it down in Des Moines someday.
All right. Well, very exciting. Like you mentioned, now this was held at a high school, right? And you see the progression. You got to think maybe it's not going to be able to sustain that way, right?
I wouldn't think so. With 87 girls last year, I'm sure it was still pretty packed. With more than 350 girls this year, that gym was packed to the rafters. There were parents standing mat side, kneeling mat side. It was packed, and they could definitely use to find a bigger venue for this tournament in the future.
The girls wrestling movement is off and running. That is going to do it for this week's edition of Telegraph Herald. More in the score. I'm your host, Steve Ortman. For Tim O'Neill, we will see you next week. I might have to tell my daughter about this whole girls wrestling thing. She can really hammer down a Randy Macho Man Savage elbow off the couch on Dad. Is that legal?
No,
Think?
no.
No?
Sorry, Sydney.